Hello class, this is Mrs. Politsky and I've got notes for Chapter 15, Section 3, Inland Eastern Europe. So follow along. Here we go. Numbers 1 and 2. 6 countries that make up inland Eastern Europe are the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, the Ukraine, Belarus, and Moldova. The Czech Republic and Slovakia was the home to the Kingdom of the Slavs. The Slavs were a people from Asia who moved to Europe by the year 1000, and they would be conquered eventually by their neighbors from Austria. Number 3. After World War I, the victorious Allies took land away from Austria to form the new nation of Czechoslovakia. The Czech Republic and Slovakia were created as a result of a peaceful revolution that occurred in 1989 that led to the split of Czechoslovakia into the Czech Republic and Slovakia in 1993. Many of the people of this region are Roman Catholic. The Magyars invaded what would become Hungary around the year 900. They too would be invaded and conquered by the Austrians. Today, the influence of the Hungarian culture goes back to a language that was developed from that of the Magyars. Numbers 5 and 6. The Slavs also settled the Ukraine, Belarus, and Moldova. Later, the Vikings conquered the Slavs. A group called the Rus built a settlement in what is now Kiev, the Ukraine. In 1922, the Soviet Union formed, and the Ukraine and Belarus made up some of the Soviet republics. 2 years later, Moldova joined the Soviet Union. Eventually, Belarus and Moldova were created in 1991 when the Soviet Union broke apart. Numbers 7, 8, and 9. The Ukraine, Belarus, and Moldova were culturally influenced by the Russians due to their proximity to one another. The languages of the Ukrainian, the Belarusians, are written in the Cyrillic or Russian alphabet. Number 8. Since the collapse of the Soviet Union, the most successful economies in this region can be found in the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, and the Ukraine. Number 9. The governments of Eastern Europe were once communist under the authority of the Soviet Union. Today, since the collapse of the Soviet Union, they are all democracies, with the exception of Belarus, which is still a dictatorship. Numbers 10, 11, and 12. The Commonwealth of Independent States, or the CIS, is an alliance that meets to discuss issues such as trade and immigration that affect the former Soviet republics. And in a sense, it's kind of like an alliance of those nations that once were part of the Soviet republics. Number 11, economic development. Since the collapse of the Soviet Union has been a challenge. The Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, and the Ukraine have been successful due to thriving industrial centers. The Ukraine has rich, productive farmlands that grow potatoes and sugar beets. The cities of Prague, Kiev, and Budapest are prosperous with universities and tourist attractions. Thank you very much.